Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and demo of the new-ish, as in it's new to the UK but maybe not so much to the US, the L'Oreal More Than Concealer. And just to sort out any confusion out there for my US peeps or peeps in other countries, for some reason L'Oreal have decided to name it the Infaillible More Than Concealer, and in the US it's called the Full Wear Concealer. It's exactly the same thing, it's got the same packaging, it's got the same design and everything, it's just got a different name. And I don't think that people have realized from some of the reviews that I've seen, it's not called the Infallible, it's called Infaillible. You lot have all written on your reviews Infallible, it's Infaillible. No one reads properly these days, do they? Anyway, I've got two shades to show you. The ones that I've got is Caramel and Amber. I ordered them online, so I wasn't too sure which shade would work well for me. I had watched a couple of reviews, but the majority of people were either really fair or very dark, and there weren't that many kind of medium tone reviews out there for me to kind of guesstimate my shade. Caramel is a little bit too dark for me, and Amber is absolutely perfect, and that is in terms of brightening and highlighting under my eyes and the high points of my face, not in terms of whether it matches my foundation. I tend to use concealer to colour correct and cover up my dark circles and to highlight the high points of my face. I don't actually use it on my face because I like to use medium to full coverage foundations that should be able to do that job for me. Not gonna lie, no one knows how to read. I'm just looking on Boots' website because that's where I got it from. Even they've written L'Oreal Paris Infallible More Than Concealer. Anyway, so this retails at $9.99, which is a little bit on the higher end of drugstore prices. L'Oreal prices seem to be going up and up, and this contains 11 ml altogether. Now, there has been talk on the beauty grapevine about how this is a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte Shape Tape, I believe, has 10 ml, so this is 11 ml, and that costs obviously a lot more money, and this is a lot more affordable. Is it a dupe, however? I would actually say yes, it is. I think that this performs exactly the same way. I mean, it's got the same doe foot applicator, which the Tarte Shape Tape was the first brand, I think, out there that did that large doe foot applicator. It's got a very similar kind of packaging as well, and it performs in exactly the same way too. Now, let me just read what the product details are from Boots rather than on L'Oreal's website, because like I said, I bought it from Boots, and then I'll let you know what my thoughts are, because I have been using this consistently for the whole week. It says, whatever your concern, blemishes, dark circles, uneven skin tone, we've got you covered with our new More Than Concealer. With 25 shades in the range, you can find the perfect one to brighten, correct, contour and highlight. An innovation from our labs, the high pigment elastic formula gives you ultimate full coverage finish with a totally lightweight feel. Enjoy ultra long wear with an undetectable finish that doesn't crease or settle into fine lines. Use the doe foot applicator to dab, dot or swipe with expert precision and ease, and blend seamlessly for a natural matte finish. And then underneath, their claims are flawless full coverage with a natural matte finish, ultra blendable formula, long lasting weightless wear, available in 25 shades. I would definitely say that it is full coverage. It covers everything. It is excellent. This is an amazing drugstore concealer. This is one that I'm definitely going to purchase again and again. I love it. High pigment formula, yep. Ultimate full coverage finish, yep. Lightweight feel, you cannot feel it under the eyes whatsoever. Ultra long wear, I wore this yesterday for about 18 hours. It was still in perfect condition by the time I got home. And with an undetectable finish that doesn't crease or settle into fine lines. Now, I would say that if you did not set it, yes, it will settle within your fine lines and your under eyeball creases pretty much within 5 minutes. So you do have to set it with some loose setting powder. So that's the reason why, because when they make these claims on their websites and online, it doesn't say it doesn't crease as long as you wear powder. So they're saying that it doesn't crease at all, as in if you were to just leave it as it is. So I would definitely suggest setting this with loose powder, otherwise it will crease under the eyes. Flawless full coverage with a natural matte finish, and yes, it has got a very natural matte finish. It looks great under the eyes, and it is an exact dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. The same sort of finish, the same sort of full coverage feel that you get, the same kind of lightweight moussey sort of texture that blends out beautifully, evenly and seamlessly. I sound like an advert myself now, don't I? Little bit goes a really long way with this, and because of the doe foot applicator, you don't need to use too much in order to have to go like backwards and forwards into the tube. I generally tend to go in once and swipe it once under the eyes, swipe it twice, and then go onto the high points of my face, and then it blends out evenly. I don't have to layer it at all, and it does not budge throughout the day. I think it is an excellent concealer, and I think loads of you will like it. It comes in 25 shades, which is not too bad. I would say I sit somewhere kind of towards the end of the spectrum though. I think that even though they've got 25 shades, those 25 are just not great for all skin tones. There's definitely loads for fair and medium skin tones, but deep, there's hardly any. Mine is number 13 out of 25, so it's kind of in the middle-ish. And caramel would probably work well if I was to mix it into my foundation, but generally it doesn't. I will quickly show you what they both look like on my hand, just so that you guys can see why caramel doesn't quite work with my skin tone. However, if you are slightly deeper than me, you can then probably use it as a brightening concealer. So there you can see caramel. You can see it's got quite a bit of peach in it. So it doesn't work well for me, who's quite yellow. But if you are slightly deeper than me, and especially if you've got hyperpigmentation, peach is a sort of shade that generally tends to help color correcting. So you may like this kind of shade. And then here you have amber. And as you can see, this one is definitely a lot lighter. There's a lot more yellow in it. And this one works beautifully on my skin tone as a brightening concealer under the eyes and on the high points of my face. So here it is. Here it's got a really nice lightweight sort of texture. The one thing is that it does start to dry fairly quickly, so you've got to move quite fast. Don't let it sit there and wander off to start doing something else. Start to blend it out straight away, because at the end of the day, nobody wants a concealer that takes ages to dry, because we've got stuff to do, we've got places to be. We're putting on our makeup, it's probably because we're going out the door, we're going somewhere. What I'm going to be setting this concealer with is the Revolution Luxury Powder in the shade Banana. Any loose powder of choice that you prefer to use, by all means go ahead. You don't have to necessarily use what I'm using, it's just that this just happens to be the one that I use a lot. And I'm going to be highlighting all, let me take out my nose stud. I mean, obviously it's completely down to you how much you want to use and how much you don't want to use. I just want to show you guys what it looks like in its full capacity. So I'm just going to be applying it under each eye, to my chin, my cupid's bow, the bridge of my nose and my forehead, as these are the areas on your face where the light naturally bounces off to make you look radiant and gorgeous. Okay, and once you've applied it, I'm just going to be using my damp beauty blender to blend it all out. Beauty blender is so busted. Look at the state of it. Oh my god, I'm covered. Alright, now as always, use it for the obligatory 5 to 6 seconds. Is all you need to leave the loose powder on your face to stop it from creasing, and obviously dust off your clothes or don't wear black. Always do this to myself, and I'm always on my way out somewhere. And then just use your brush. I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush and brush it all off. Alright, I've clearly gone over my eyeliner, but we'll fix that. So this is how it looks complete. My foundation that I'm wearing is the new Dior Forever, the matte one. My shade is in 3W, and it works really nicely with this concealer. It definitely brightens my under eye area. Yeah, I know I look a little bit stark at the moment. That's probably because my makeup's just unfinished, and I haven't actually set my foundation yet, so I'll do that off camera. But I'm just going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and finish off this review. Okay, so I'm back. The rest of my makeup is done. As you can see, it all sits beautifully on the face. I really, really love this concealer. It doesn't crease at all now that it's been set. It doesn't oxidize either. It doesn't transfer and move around on the face. It doesn't go patchy. It doesn't go crepey. It doesn't make me look aged. I give this a 10 out of 10. I highly, highly recommend it. If you get a chance to go to your local drugstore, try them out by all means, just to see what kind of shade that will match you. Obviously, if you're my shade or around my skin tone, definitely look into the shade 332 Amber if you are in the UK. Unfortunately, not only have L'Oreal given this a different name, they've also given different shade names. So I can't even say if you're in the US try this particular shade because they're all different. So really annoying. But oh, on my lips today I'm wearing Primark Super Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Dare to Bear. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.